Hello, good morning, Virgo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. How you feeling? How you doing, my beautiful Virgos? Happy Monday, Mental Health Check Monday. How you feeling? You doing all right? You all right, Virgo? Hope you all had a very beautiful weekend. If not, just, stay positive about it, okay? Stay positive. Try your best to transmute it, all right, Virgo? All right, let's get into it. Spirit, give me clarity, understanding. This is for Virgo. What's in the energy? Virgo, I am pulling for my career and life deck, okay? My career and life oracle deck. So anything can come out of this deck, okay? Hello, everybody. New watchers, new viewers, please come in. Make sure you reverse the roles, how they fit in your life, okay? I don't know your life. You're going to have to reverse the roles. And if it doesn't fit, don't force it. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just not your story, okay? All right, let's get into it. Talk to me, Spirit. What's in the energy? Strategy, okay? Virgo, you coming up with a plan. You have a strategy. What you playing chess. Let's see what's going on here. You need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who's already where you want to go. So sometimes you have to surround yourself around people where you're headed, where you're trying to get to, okay? So if you're trying to move up as far as being your own entrepreneur or whatever it is, when it comes down to the strategy of life, when it comes down to maybe your career, they want you to surround yourself by someone, get advice from someone that has been there. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean career. Spirit is telling me this can be advice on someone, when it comes down to relationships, when it comes down to, making a marriage work, however that goes. Get advice from people that have been there and know, that's the best advice, someone that has already experienced it. So, strategy is in your energy, okay? In order for you to have a step-by-step plan, Virgo, you must attack to reach the next level, okay? You must attack it. That means you need to get some advice from someone who has already been where you're trying to go, okay? Spirit guys, talk to me. Tell me more about this energy. Tell me more. Thank you. Yes, you got cultivation is here as well, Virgo. Cultivation, strategy, cultivation, and it's talking about you are in the growing phase right now, okay? And you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. So, this plan, this step-by-step plan that you have for your life, that whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, that you want, you have to continue to water it. You have to continue to keep working, keep putting in that work, keep grinding, even when you don't feel like it. I know sometimes it can feel like you're not getting anywhere. It can feel like nothing's moving. You don't see the progress. But see, that's where it's all working at. When you feel like you don't see the progress. That's why Spirit guys, God is saying don't stop, keep going, okay? Keep working at it. Keep planting those seeds. Keep watering your seeds. Keep being consistent. Keep working on this plan, this step-by-step plan, and getting advice. And don't stop. Don't stop just because you don't see any results when it comes down to whatever it is that you are trying to make happen in your life, okay? Because when you water the seeds you have planted, in order for you to reap the rewards, you got to plant it, right? That cultivation here, you got to plant it in order for you to see the outcome, okay? You got to continue to water. You got to keep, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep putting in that work, is what Spirit is saying. Keep putting in that work. Keep putting in that work, Virgo. Don't stop. Don't give up, okay? Don't get comfortable. Thank you, Spirit. Wealth, my God, my God, my God, okay? Don't get comfortable, All right, don't feel like because once you continue to water the seeds and continue to be very consistent on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I don't care if it's going back to school. I don't care if it's that your marriage, or you want to get married one day. You got to set yourself up. You got to have a plan for your life. If this is you, a lot of y'all want to create generational wealth. You have to be consistent at it. You got to put in the work. You got to put in that overnight. You got to get up in the middle of the night. You got to keep putting your head in the books. If this, going back to school, getting your degree, whatever it is, building your own business, starting out your own business, you got to keep watering. You can't stop, because you're going to see the rewards, but you got to keep going. And with this wealth card here, it's talking about you are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life, okay? And it says keep investing in yourself and look into your long-term career plans. I can't make this up. Okay. Hello, beautiful souls. In order for you to see and reach your harvest time, you have to continue to put in the work. This is for somebody that needed to hear this on this day, November the 24th, 2025, Monday, Mental Health Check Day, Monday. The Spirit Guides God say you do not stop now. You do not stop in the middle of the road. You keep going. No matter, it don't matter if you don't see no results. Bottom of the day. Honest work, bottom of the deck. Right. I know it could be kind of discouraging sometimes, but you got to put in that work. You got to keep doing it, okay? And it says it's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous, okay? Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a progress, not a quick fix, okay? And behind that is rewards. I can't make this up, okay? It don't have to be pretty to get there, but as long as you get there, okay? Long as you learn how to change the signs are there, okay? I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But when it says your honest work, your strategy, having a plan for your life, your honest work, and it says it's okay to have a job that is not very glamorous, okay? Get some experience to help you move up, okay? So whatever the plan is, whatever the strategy is that you want for your life, it don't have to be all beautiful and glamorous up. You just have to you just got to put in the work. It don't matter if you want to make ink pens. It don't matter if you want to design an ink pen. Okay, it don't matter. You put in that work, because the rewards is endless, because you got the rewards that's clarifying cultivation, meaning you got to keep putting in that work. You remember I said that earlier. You got to keep putting in that work. You got to keep, being consistent, watering your seeds, okay, in order for them to grow. But with this rewards, it's talking about you are cashing in on all good work you've done. Oh my God, here come your reward. Okay, now for some of y'all, you already in this energy of a strategy that you had to learn how to do something different, and you had to learn, just say for instance, you never really knew about crypto, right? Or you never really knew about business stuff. And then all of a sudden one day you started looking up business, picking up business books, and maybe going back to school for business and things like that. And so now you're starting to, this time last year you was looking into, and this year you're starting to put in the work. However it goes in your life, is levels to it. It's levels to it. And it says success is not a progress. Success is a progress, It's not a fix. It's not a quick fix. When you want to be successful, you have to put in that work, okay? It's not a quick fix. It's a progress. So it takes time. It's levels to getting to this energy of rewards, reaping your rewards. I don't know who you are. I don't know who this is for, but you needed this motivation talk, because Spirit is telling you that some of you feel like because you're not seeing the results that you want to see, that you feel as though that is not working. And that is not true, okay? Everything that we're trying to accomplish when it comes down to your career life or whatever it is levels to it. Success is progress. It takes time. It's level. You just have to surround yourself with like-minded people, or begin to just sponge up so much knowledge of what it is that you want to do, and just start reading and picking up information, and surrounding yourself around people on the same conscious level as you are. So it says this rewards you are cashing in on all the good work you have done. Raises, bonus, and prosperities are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. So all your hard work, okay? So for a lot of you, you have been consistent. For some of you starting out, you got to stay consistent. For some of you, this is past tense. Some of you going through this right now. Some of you, this is in your near future. You have been putting in that work. You have been consistent. You have been doing, doing your grinding and doing everything like that. But the thing is, for some of y'all, you are getting ready to see, some of you, your hard work gonna pay off. You're gonna either see a raise, a bonus that some of y'all are going to get, but prosperity is coming in. So Spirit is saying, keep up the good work, okay, and keep growing, because you're about to reach the rewards. Now, the bottom of this deck says signs, okay? Signs is here. And it says you're putting together pieces of the puzzles from signs you're getting. You remember saying the strategy? Some of you are putting the pieces together. Pay attention to the coincidences you experience. Putting the pieces together. Looking around you. Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. All right? To the signs. And it's clarifying the wealth card. Oh my goodness, I'm picking up on a masculine energy that is watching me. Okay, this is a masculine energy. Now, you could be a feminine in your masculine, however it goes. But pay attention to the signs of wealth, signs of people around you that you want to be connected to. So let me pull some energy here. Let me pull the tarot deck. Bottom of this deck is showing me cut ties. Okay, time to cut ties of people that, I feel like what this is cutting ties from people that don't want to accomplish nothing, that, maybe friends, family that are envious, jealous, or cutting ties from people that don't want to have nothing. Okay. Also cut ties from people that are distracting you, because, distraction can definitely hold you back. So some of you may need to cut ties from what could be distracting you from your plans at the bottom of the deck, okay? From you going on your path and your plans of what you want, your future, or you reaping your harvest. You're going to have to cut ties from these type of people. That was at the bottom of that deck. But I'm going to read this one, and it says you may need to leave your current position. Now, I'm not telling you go and quit your job. That ain't what Positive Thoughts and Energy is saying. This is something that you have to sit down and you got to think about this yourself when it comes down to cutting ties from a previous current position, and look for something better, okay? Ending a job doesn't mean burning the bridges. Go with grace, okay? When you cut ties, go with grace, or leave a good mark wherever you're leaving. Some of you may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. It just leave with grace. You understand? So in other words, Spirit is saying it's how you do it. Okay. If you're going to leave with grace, leave with professionalism, leave on good terms. Okay. When you cut these ties, some of you need to go to a better position. Right now, you're not in a good position. And like I said, at the bottom of this deck, it's all about the Two of Wands here. The Seven of Wands. I thought Spirit showed me the Two of Wands in my mind's eye, which is your future, which is plans, which is being on your path. Right here's the Seven of Pentacles, sowing seeds. You done sowed a lot of seeds. You've been sowing seeds. Remember I said that with the cultivation here. sowing seeds, doing a lot of work, putting in a lot of work, your all your business, whatever it is that you're doing, you've been doing a lot of work, okay? Keep up the good work because it's going to pay off, okay? It's going to pay off. Spirit guys, tell me more about this energy. Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, some of y'all been working very hard the last 7 years. Some of you, you're 1 to 7 years, okay? Some of you been putting in that work. You look at that. Look at this. Look at this person getting all the fruit off the tree. You see that? That means that's your harvest, that's your wealth, that's your prosperity, that's your blessings, that's the fruit of your labor. You're picking all the fruit off of your labor, okay? Off of your tree, okay? Because it takes time, okay? Success is a progress. And a lot of you are getting ready to reap the rewards. You're about to reap the rewards of your hard work, okay? Some of you may already be seeing signs, okay? Signs of money, signs of wealth that is paying off for what it is that you're doing, okay? Some of you may be into stocks and bonds, and you're seeing a lot of I feel like it's surprising some of y'all how you're beginning to see the rewards of your fruits, okay? And the signs are there. You're going to start seeing signs that your plan that you had for your life, your honest work, your hard work is paying off, have paid off, is about to pay off, past, present, and near future. So keep going. Don't give up. If you're not there yet and you just beginning, don't get discouraged. Don't be in the energy of thinking that things are supposed to happen quickly. Just take this as a step, because each level of stepping stones, you're learning, you're gaining wisdom, okay? But cut ties away from people that don't want to see you grow, don't want to see you have nothing, don't want to see you prosper, because I see that there's a lot of wealth that is to be obtained in your life, okay? A lot of energy. You have really sowed a lot of seeds. You have been putting in the work, Virgo. Good job. King of Cups, okay? King of Cups is here. You have been really putting in the work. That King of Cups is, you're going to be, some of you could be very emotional about the outcome of your hard work. You're going to be in your feelings. This King of Cups is all about emotions, okay? I feel like whatever this that you doing, that you take pride in, that you love to do, you put a lot of passion, a lot of emotions in it. You do this from the heart is what I'm getting. You do this from the heart. And the King of Swords is here. It's all about thinking logical. It's all about thinking logical, doing logical, coming up with a strategy, coming up with a plan, sticking to the plan. Ace of Cups here. A lot of love from the universe, from God. A lot of love, new beginnings, new love. A lot of love in this energy of what you're doing. Yeah, Six of Cups, okay? Yes, Six of Wands. Sixes are very significant. Success is here. Success. Yeah. Some of you have started, a lot of love, a lot of success, where you're headed, where you're going. If you're changing jobs, if you're changing career, a lot of love is going to be shown to you there, okay? Your honest work, I feel like what you do, people really look up to what you do. This people really like the advice that you give, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Thank you. Yes, Knight of Wands, some changes coming in. You got some quick changes coming in. Quick changes coming in, Virgo. But each level, here comes the devil. Remember that. Each level, here comes the devil. You shake, look at that, 10 of Wands, the devil. 10 of Wands is burdens. 10 of Wands is the devil. Okay, 10 of Wands is that some of you could be literally all in your head. You stressing yourself out. Some of you mentally could be stressing yourself out. Okay, that Ten of Wands is burdens. That means that you could be struggling with some mental decisions. A lot of thinking, a lot of overthinking. That mental self sabotage. Some of you could be in that energy. You got to be very careful about that, Virgo, because you can talk yourself right out of your career, out of your blessings, out of your what is meant for you. Okay, try not to be in that energy of heavy burden. Okay, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you got to know that you're deserving of stability. Okay, stableness, being, when it comes down to your money. So what this is talking about, my beautiful souls, is that in order to be successful, in order to do things, you must have a strategy. Okay, in order to reach to the next level, you got to attack this. You got to have a step-by-step plan and attack the very thing that you want to do in your life. Okay. But I see that a lot of y'all hard work is paying off. I see that a lot of you are about to reap your rewards. A lot of you are starting to see the fruit of your labor, because you're starting to see the money come in, the money flow in. A lot of you, the signs are there. You just have to pay attention to the signs, okay? Okay. Pay attention to people that are around you when you are in your energy of success. Okay, because you're gonna have people that you're gonna have to definitely cut ties with, definitely let go of, because they're very very envious of you. Or they just don't understand, because they don't have that ambition, that willpower to do or to want to go after what they go after. So don't let them discourage you, because they don't want to and you do. You still keep moving on. Okay. Spirit is telling me cosmetology. This is for somebody that just came into my energy. Cosmetology, going back to school, doing hair, makeup, fashion, crypto, stocks and bonds, business. Yeah, this is what Spirit is telling me. Okay, it's gonna lead to a lot of stability, a lot of money. All right, you got to put in that work. You got to be consistent at it. Okay, some of you, if you already have a step-by-step plan of how you're gonna do it, do it. If not, some of you need to expression, write it down on paper. Write it down on paper. Write it down step by step on paper, so that you can see it, visualize it, and look at it. Okay, that's the best way to see where you're headed, where you're going. When you're writing it down, you're looking at it with your own mind's eye, in your mind's eye. And it says you need work that lets you express your creative side. So for some of you, you need to do something that you need to express. You're good at expression. You're good at, like I said before, and I got in your pre-shuffle, you are somebody that is good at mentoring, good at giving good advice and things like that. But you need to work towards your creative side. Some of you could be very good at art, paint, tattoos. Spirit is giving me your expressions through your voice, through your words, through your songs. You could be poetry. You could like to write poetry. It says you can do well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. Yep. Exactly. Some of you are good at blogging. Some of you good at writing, communication, artists. I'm just seeing all this in my mind's eye. Tattoo, poetry, whatever it is, you're good at creative. Just know that a lot of fast changes is coming. So get ready. Your fast changes for some of y'all is you get ready to start seeing the overflow. You get ready to start seeing the overflow. the overflow in your life, okay? The fruits of your labor. And it says you'll be leaving a job suddenly. Some of you going to be leaving a job suddenly or getting one very quickly, or your work may change dramatically in a short time. Go with the flow. So for some of you, you may be getting a job, maybe leaving one job, getting another one real quick after that one. Or for some of y'all, your job is going to change very dramatically, but Spirit just wants you to go with the flow with that job that is changing dramatically. So you got some fast changes that's coming in with your career. So be prepared for that. Okay. All right. All right. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so this has been your career life change. Keep up the good work, Virgo, okay? Keep up the good work, but cut ties from people that don't have the motivation or aspiration or ambitious to do what you do. But I see you headed to success. Six of Cups, a lot of success. Ace of Cups, that means that a lot of love, a lot of new beginnings here in career, in love, or whatever this may be for you. I love you guys. Stay positive. Keep grinding. Keep putting in that work and keep putting your feet on their neck. Until next time.